Matt, Sandy, Andrea. Hey,
Hey, hey,
What was
I am
that?
back.
how's it
Is that
going?
the new intro?
No, just me slacking. How's everything?
Slacking. How's everything? Well, I'm here. I'm in one piece. I'm not complaining. I have a smile on my face, so
Good.
yeah, I'll make it.
I'm smiling. Andrea, how are you?
Hi, Andrea.
I'm doing all right. How's everyone else?
Jake's in the wind this week. Jake's not going to be here this week. Isn't here. Although people say they're not going to be here, and then it's like they show up. So I don't know. But for now, it's a 3-up.
Yeah, 3 up. All right. Well, we could talk about. I was thinking about Andrea today as I was dehydrating kale chips, making kale
I
chips, and
think
thinking,
about Andrea every time I dehydrate kale. I swear to God, it's the first thing that
right?
pops into
I
my
mean,
head.
it's
Why?
just because I was thinking, how would this go with pickles and peanut butter and kale, dehydrated kale chips with salt and nutritional yeast mixed in.
That's the thing.
That
That's
sounds
the most
good.
disappointing thing about Jake not being here is I was gonna eat a pickle and peanut butter sandwich on air, but now I'll wait for him to. I'll wait for him to
Okay.
next time, maybe.
Well,
I don't
Andrea,
know. I got all
Is
my
that true?
courage up. No,
got all your
that's not
courage
true.
up.
I was not gonna
Oh.
eat that garbage.
What?
I don't know
So
if it's garbage. I haven't tried it yet because I never buy peanut butter because I can't find the kind of peanut butter. I'll have to make it myself.
quick question: kale goes bad. Do kale chips go bad?
They won't last long enough for me to know.
Oh,
No,
okay.
Probably.
they're too good.
Got the
I would
munchies.
imagine if I would imagine anything. I mean, anything goes bad. I put those refreshener packs in the bag with it, but I don't know. I don't know. I made dehydrated peppers and everything stayed good.
We do
Everything's
that,
good.
and it's like
Yeah.
you can't see for a day through the house. You're like, oh my
Oh, when
God,
you do
my
hot,
eyes.
you guys do hot peppers. Oof.
Yeah, my wife grows like 12, 15 different
Different
kinds of
kinds. Yeah.
peppers, like hot peppers. And then she's like, I'm going to dehydrate them and grind them up and make like a salt out
Yeah.
of it. And I'm like, okay, where should I go for a week? Because
Oh,
I'm not going to
she's
be able to walk around this
I
house.
love her already. She sounds so
But you have
cool.
goggles?
Well, like
Well,
you would need a
yeah.
gas mask, but like she gives them to people as gifts, and she's
Sure.
like, "Here
That's
you
what I
go," and I
do.
go, "Hold on, there should be a disclaimer. That's mace. You
Oh my
could
God,
get
that's
that in your
funny.
eyes. You're a
That could
dead
be
man.
a
Like if somebody
weapon.
breaks into your house, throw it at them."
That is a great idea. I think
And
I'm gonna have to grow some really hot peppers.
well, and then they're like, "Oh, it's not that bad," and I'm like, "Taste it,"
Ooh,
and they're like, "Oh my God,
I can't eat
what
that
is
stuff.
it?"
So she's talented at it. Does she have labels for her jars and all that too?
No,
Okay, I haven't
no,
gotten that
she
far
writes
either.
"Beware" on the lid. Check it
That's
out.
cool. That's very cool. Let's
That
see.
sounds good.
Let's see.
Last week I was telling you this wasn't a glass jar, but
Oh,
it is glass.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
The
shit.
grenade,
Okay.
this
I'm
is the empty
interested
one.
now.
I got a couple
No.
other ones. It's the hand grenade hot sauce.
Mm,
I got a couple new kinds. I got their hottest one. Not that hot.
that's cool.
It's good, but it's
Well, I
very
think that
flavorful.
that's
It's not
really
that hot.
nice that and that she does that stuff. I mean, it's
Oh,
good. It's
yeah.
good for you to be doing all of this. This is the time of year for me. That's why I wasn't here last week, because I've been
Should we
killing
show
myself.
pictures? Let's show. Should we show people what you've been working
The
on?
before and after. Yeah, sure, why not? I mean, probably everybody's seen it, but yeah. The before is the top and the after is the bottom, because I got COVID in October and I walked away from the garden, and this is how it
It's a
ended
lot
up.
of work.
Yeah. And so, yeah, and I did it by myself, and I had a load of soil delivered, and I must have did about, oh God, I don't know, 250 wheelbarrow fulls. And but there's a method to the
That's a
madness.
shitload.
Yeah, and I still have it left. So I could make another garden somewhere, but I'm just not up to wheelbarrowing soil halfway around the fucking house.
That's
The
crazy.
house. Yeah.
It looks good though.
We
It's
can
gonna be
swear
good.
on this show.
Well, just
Do you
wait.
not like swearing?
No, I fucking love swearing, but
Okay.
I forget, if
Could you imagine if I was like fucking? I mean,
I
friggin'.
know. I forget because
Frick.
yeah, everybody has to be careful with YouTube these days, I guess. And we do on mine.
Yeah.
I had, even when Dr. Emily was on the other day, last week, and she's like, she's so good. She's like, she flew the F word. She goes, "Can I swear?" I'm like, "Yes." And I wouldn't expect her to be one, but she's talking about where to live for climate change, the best climates, and she's analyzing all 50 states for that.
So what's the best place?
Yeah.
Well, it's not going to be Oregon. Holy shit.
Well,
It's gonna
tell me.
be
Willamette
kind of
Valley.
like
Up by me.
upstate South Carolina, right?
Up there. Yeah, she's got a great channel called American Resiliency, if
It's
anybody.
right where I am.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense. Shit
me
doesn't catch
too.
on fire. The storms don't get this far.
Is
That's
it
gonna be
really
the
South
heat.
Carolina?
No flooding.
That's the best place.
Upstate.
No,
Up,
it's going to be
up.
the heat. But she goes through every state. So she's got videos on every state. She's a scientist.
That's
She analyzes
fascinating.
them. Yeah,
Well, how did I miss this?
I don't know where you were last Friday, but listen, it's up
Yeah, where
there.
the
It's a
fuck were
great
you?
interview, and she is analyzing every state, and she's talking about everything about that state. She's
think-
great. I love her.
Check it out.
Yeah, I gotta circle
Yeah.
back. I think I went to bed at like 8 p.m. last Friday. Oh, so here's what I saw in my yard. Like I had to power wash my
Yeah.
porch, and I was walking around from the back of the house. And when I got into the back, I saw like a turkey vulture like
Yes.
swirling
I loved your
or
pictures.
circling, and I was like, oh, I hope they don't land here because they cover everything in bird shit. And then I come back around the front of the house and I see this.
Look at that. Incredible.
And they were all
Crazy.
just looking
The
at me, and I was like, what?
wingspan.
That's some fucking horror movie shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
look at that.
look at the way, and people in my audience out there, Rollins Switch, look at that, because he's a bird guy. I mean, look at that. Isn't that spectacular?
I was like, I stopped.
Yeah.
Look, it's one of those moments, like you see shit in life and you're like, okay, I saw it. I stopped and was like, it's really happening. This is
Yep.
real.
They were
I
there.
had a moment.
They were there.
I was like, and it lasted like 10 minutes. They sat there. I got my father-in-law and was like, "Ow, come here, look at this. And he goes, he looks and he goes,
Incredible.
I have never seen that before in my life.
I had
He's
neither until
86.
you shared it. I've seen them, but not.
I've never
with the
seen just 3 of them
wingspan.
just sitting there like that. I
Woo!
was creeped.
That is scary.
I know.
out.
What were they thinking?
They recognized me as their leader. Clearly, they were like, there he is. Show respect.
Wow.
It was honor.
Wow.
It was they were
You sure they weren't taking over and claiming the house as their own?
well, they left. I mean, soon I was like, you know what? As soon as I fire up this power washer, they're out of here.
They're out of here.
Well, are you sure
And
they
how
didn't
long did you
curse
wait?
the house? You said it was haunted, right?
I
Maybe
sat
they're
there.
time-traveling birds.
Well,
that
I think I have a
cursed it
haunted room.
retroactively.
And that was the neighbor's house. That's not my house.
Okay.
But I think my room might be haunted. But no, I sat there for like 10 minutes just watching them like, what the fuck? I was like, are they signaling to other
Right?
vultures? And my wife says they were probably warming their wings.
That's wild. Anybody
makes
care to?
sense.
Do you understand what warming their wings is in the chat out there?
I assumed their
Any
wings were
birders? Let
chilly,
us know.
and they were like, "Let's warm them up in the sun." I don't know. It's like 9 a.m.
Oh yeah,
I don't know. I mean, it
Is there a
felt warm.
secret meaning?
a secret meaning.
I don't know.
What else could it mean besides they were cold? I don't know.
Yeah, or wet. I don't know, but that was wild. I mean, we used to get them in Colorado, and it was like, like 50 or 100 of them would take over one tree for a week, and the sidewalk underneath of it would just be wrecked, like forever,
Right.
irreparable.
Oof.
And it would be like over somebody's house, and their house would just be destroyed. And so people started to hang fake ones
Mm-hmm.
in trees like they were dead.
Oh
And I was
my
like, "Is that gonna
God.
work?" And they're like, "We don't care if it does or not. We got to try something." And so if anybody
Wild.
saw one, they would just freak out. Oh, see, look at this. I actually don't believe in ghosts. I did have some massive technical difficulties earlier tonight, but I'm not. I don't believe in ghosts.
Everything's time. You don't believe in ghosts. No.
But I'm open to everything. Is that rational?
No,
I-
that's fine.
You're
Open to
open
learning.
new
Because I don't have
things,
evidence
right.
that there isn't.
Right. It doesn't
Paranormal.
mean you necessarily have to go with believe it or follow it or whatever to learn about it. You have to. How do you understand if something is or isn't unless you learn about it, and from all sides, right?
Do you have any more haunted room stories?
Well,
Bullshit.
I'll
Bullshit.
tell you what.
Bullshit.
I've been avoiding this room.
You've been avoiding that room.
Yeah, because I don't want to be scared. It's not that I'm avoiding it because I'm scared.
Ooh.
I've been avoiding it because I don't even want to have the opportunity.
I told you guys about that scary story about my Ring camera going off for no reason.
And the barking dog.
Yeah, that was 2 weeks ago. That's the last time I got scared.
But
Matt,
I just
come
think,
on.
I don't know,
I get
man.
scared on a daily basis.
Of what, Andrea?
I fear the
world.
waking world.
I know you. I think you do. I think you do at times. And I don't blame you, actually. I don't leave here sometimes for, I've said all winter I didn't see humans for a long time.
I assume this is about the birds.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it's about the birds.
Or your feet. Warming your
I'm
feet
not
up.
scared of being scared. I'm avoiding it. I'm apprehensive. Yeah, that's better.
Okay. So what is it? What happens to you physically?
Like,
Fear,
the sensation.
Yeah. What's your
I
fear
mean,
response?
I get so angry when I'm genuinely scared because I'm like, I don't want to be scared. You know what I mean? Like, I get really furious.
Really?
So, like,
That's
if I'm
funny.
startled, I immediately, my blood boils. I just go through the roof right after that. So
Must
the
be a
first thing that
man thing.
happens is I feel like, you know what I mean? Like heart
God.
in throat, hairs standing up. And then I'm like, who do I blame? I
Who do
want
you
revenge
blame?
immediately. It's really irrational.
That's really funny.
That's why I'm avoiding it. I don't want to be there.
And you're just
so.
in a perpetual state of fear every time you walk past the doorway?
No, it's just if I hang out in this
Damn.
room, one, it's kind of like a work room, but two, if I hang out in here and something happens, I'm not going to want to be in here anymore. So I just sort of like,
You're traumatized? You have PTSD?
mitigate my time in here, I guess. I don't know.
I get a little scared
I'm not
sometimes.
traumatized.
Outside, though.
That one night was. Do you have any video of yourself being scared in
Me?
real time? Yeah, like I showed video of myself getting scared on air. Something happened
I
on
don't
air.
think
I
that's
was
ever happened to me.
genuinely like, what
Really?
was that? And then I went back and watched it. I showed it on this show.
Oh,
and
do
you
you
could
have
hear
that?
it.
Play it again. I remember it.
You could
But
hear
if you
something
want
go,
to play it again.
and I still don't know what that was.
I don't
That
think you can. But if you can, it's still not a ghost.
I think
But
it
I don't
was.
think you can.
I think that could have easily been something hitting the window like a bug. Because I mean,
Yeah,
the
like when
cicada
my
were going
Ring
crazy.
camera went off.
But at the
That was
same
scary.
time, like I have a sweater draped over the arm of a chair, like a comfy chair,
Yeah.
not like a arm. It's like an armchair, but it like raised and lowered,
Raised and
not like
lowered.
slid. Look
It
at this. See,
raised
look.
and lowered.
I told you.
Jake!
fuck?
Oh my
I told you.
gosh.
People say, "Oh, I'm not
Hello.
going to be there," and
Jake!
then they're there. It's very. I love it.
Are you live
Anything
on
can
your
happen.
channel? I have
Notice
to put it
the
on.
lack of a tie?
Oh my
Yeah,
Not
no
yet.
tie.
I actually, no joke, I took it off.
You took it
I have to
off.
un-F
Look.
my
Hang on.
audio.
Hold on.
One second.
Screenshot this shit right now.
A rare no tie situation?
Andrea noticed right away. I was like, something's wrong. I couldn't.
It's a glitch in the matrix. It's not the real Jake.
Where is it? I have to
That's
go
true. I'm a
I'll be
Jago
right
gamer.
back. I gotta let my cat out of the basement. Hang on.
Okay, how's it going, Jake?
Good. The story. I'll just let you know how emotionally weak I am. My Jack Russell Terrier, was missing me, and he fell asleep in my arms, and I was like, "That's it, gang. I can't. I can't set this up and do the show, because this poor dog has been, he's been a champ for a while." And about a minute ago, he just gave me a disgusted look when he realized that my body temperature is hotter than the summer air, and he left me.
And you were like, "Oh well, I'm gonna go see what these losers on LPT exclamation point are up to."
I mean, that was honestly the right choice.
Yeah, people don't believe this is Jake. Look
Right?
at this
Yeah.
one. Look at this one. He's a cop.
Here
That is what a
the
cop would
tie.
wear.
Yeah.
You got to
You
put
know
it
what?
back
F
on.
it. Problem is, it just doesn't work with this shirt so well. Plus, I have the undershirt
Do you
on.
keep them pre-tied?
At the end of the day, every day, I do the same thing, which is just I get halfway through yanking it off, and I just go.
I kind of want to see your tying technique. Is it over, under, through, pull tight? Boy Scout manual?
I do a half Windsor, and the reason I like to leave them tied is because I don't like eyeballing the length. On an old tie like this, from where the stains have set in, I can see where it is. But yeah, this ain't even gonna be it.
Donald is at a strap on. Oh, jeez.
Nice.
We got the best comment.
Yeah, before I do this riveting entertainment, I probably should start.
Hi,
Screaming.
Jake.
Hold on.
Hi, Sandy.
How are you?
I watched. I'm good. I watched that video
Oh, the
that
plastics.
you sent.
The
Yeah.
plastics one. That guy a douchebag. Oh my god.
No, not the plastics
Wait, which
one.
one?
I'm sorry.
What video? The
Uh,
one in this. The capitalism and climate change. Is it Second Thought? Yeah, let me look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But climate change and capitalism. Yeah.
Yeah, good video. Now I have to remember it all over again. I sent it. What did I write? Where did I send it? Now I can't see it. But yeah, it was good. But I don't know if
Here-
are we prepared to talk about that tonight. I'm looking for the gosh darn thing. I know we can't show it to everybody else. You know what we should do? Have everybody watch it, right? And then we do another show where the chat already has seen it, and we can
Yeah,
talk
you know
about
what?
some of the stuff in it.
I've been looking to get back in the game. I'll just do a show before next week. I'll do a show about that video because
Oh,
it
that
was
would be
one of
great.
those. Yeah, and it was one
That
of
was
those
a good
videos
video.
where I was like, that sums it up perfectly.
Okay.
I called this episode Trump convicted on all charges. Just kidding. Left past 10. Oh, I
You shouldn't
love
have
the tie, by the way.
You should.
This is my
Probably
airline
shouldn't have
pilot
left
tie.
it.
That's
Oh.
your Hogwarts tie.
Yeah.
Little bow. It's practically a cravat.
I'm
I
not
like it.
for that.
I have my shirt on backwards, so I have the hood in front.
Nice.
contribution.
So you can keep popping
That's
corn
the old
there.
crisscross. Remember
Yeah.
crisscross?
No,
The
I
two
invented it.
kids. They were a hip hop duo. They were
Yeah.
children, minors.
Crisscross. I
And
remember
they used to wear
Christopher
their
Cross.
jeans backwards. They wore
Well,
everything
they copied
backwards,
me.
right?
Yeah, they copied me actually, because they're time
Hmm.
travelers, and this is actually the setting the trend. They got the trend, then went back in time.
Yeah.
So they
I
copied
don't
And then they
know
went
how you
further
do this,
back.
dude.
What? Wear a tie? It's you know.
Is it itchy?
just-
I've never put one of those on.
Yeah, it just feels like you're being strangled by a
Now, this is
like a
much better.
toddler.
I mean,
Full
this is
Rambo.
actually way more comfortable.
Yeah, I
This-
could see this. This is good. This is excellent.
I feel like this. I might utilize this look more often.
This is good.
Oh, look
This
at
is a
that!
character at the very least.
It looks like what you're going to be doing when it's 110 degrees Fahrenheit and you're sweating to death. Except you may not use a silk tie.
I feel like a tie belongs. You need the whole ensemble,
Yeah. At least the shirt.
and the
just-
shirt's
it's-
got to be tucked in. I would never do that thing where because it's
True.
on camera, I'm wearing shorts.
Yeah. At the very least, long pants.
I got
I'll
jeans
say
on.
if you're an English teacher at an inner city high school, you can wear jeans and a tucked in shirt. But they got to be long pants.
Hmm.
I bet Jake gets kinky behind closed doors. Oh, certainly.
Why are you thinking about that, Donald?
Yeah, well, I mean, this thing gets all kinds of kinks in it. You got to just iron it.
Good one. Good dodge.
Iron it.
Good.
Also, I'm into
dodge.
vor.
What? What?
What's that?
Vor.
Just the most obscure fetish thing I could think of. I think it's eating.
Video.
I think that's what.
I was gonna say
That is
video on
for-
replay.
Or.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Maybe
super
I'm into
kinky.
that,
I just
too.
watched videos on
Vor.
replay, like Groundhog's Day.
Oh, God.
Hold on. Here's a good comment. Yes, that's what we're all
Hi,
thinking.
Pinkerbell.
doing.
Yeah, it is. It is a night to smile and try to not smile.
Yeah. I like that.
Jake,
well, when we're
did-
together, we do. I mean, even
Yeah,
if
hey,
the whole world is shitty.
I just want to say I'm very glad the four of us are all here together.
Yes.
Me too.
Remember
Me
this?
too.
Did you see this, Jake?
Unreal.
Oh, God.
Isn't that something? And look at the
That's
coloring in the wings.
Wild. I
know.
didn't see that. I'm sorry.
What would you
Are
do if
they,
you walked outside and saw that?
I would just assume that when I turn around, there will be a cowboy in a black hat ready to go. It's just so cinematic.
I was that cowboy for 10 minutes.
Damn it.
Last
The
Friday.
cowboy. You were the cowboy.
So
And we have all manner of wildlife around here. It's really kind of cool.
Oh, I bet.
It's freaky, dude.
bet.
I need what happened? How did they just fly away eventually? Was there a carcass
I
there? What
was-
was going on?
No, well,
Yeah,
no,
that's
there
what I
wasn't.
thought.
I was power washing my front porch and steps and walkway. And I knew as soon as I fired that thing up, even though it's electric, as soon as I fired it up, they were going to be like, take off. And they did.
They did.
But I
Rightly
stood there
so.
for 10 minutes being like, who's going to make the first move, man? I was like calling my father-in-law, like, come out here. And just so he could see it. And he pretty much looked at it and said, I never saw anything like that before. Like, I looked back and he's gone. He went back in. And I
Yeah,
was like,
because it's
oh,
like
okay.
an omen.
Fuck out. Yeah.
Whatever.
That's what I said. That's fucking scary shit.
Yes.
I don't know. I would have been excited. I was looking after I saw Matt's. I went through my photos and I was putting in every combination to try to find the pictures I took of turkey vultures, but it was years ago.
We have chipmunks.
Me too. Little chippies all
They
over.
run all over the
Mhm.
place.
Me
They're
too. And
so
they run 'em.
fast.
They're so fast. They run on my deck and keep me up. And the soffit has a hole in it outside my bathroom in the roof. The soffits, I didn't patch it. So there's birds' nests. And now that there's birds' nests in there, the cats sit on that windowsill watching them. And I actually saw the birds bringing their stuff in to make the nests. And I'm not going to do anything until after the
Yeah.
season, but I hear them all the time. And I thought, then I walked in and now this, I don't have a clue. There was a dead baby mouse in the laundry room. Where did that
That
come from?
happens.
Yeah, well, with all these cats, but I've never seen the big mouse. I was looking for, okay, is there a nest in the house?
It's a field mouse. They get in randomly, right?
Yeah, I guess it was
Look
dead.
hold on. Let's show where you live. I mean, look at this.
That was today.
Yeah.
And that's not even everything. That's the outhouse. I'm having a big party, so there is an outhouse. Look at that. Sun was gorgeous. Yeah, everybody come.
Oh,
Everybody come.
Yep.
I love
just
it.
Come on. I'm going to have a big
There's a-
party, camping,
Note
everything.
the lack of address.
Tiniest. Yeah, just if you recognize this chunk of land.
Which I don't think.
I like the clip
There's a-
art attachments.
Yeah.
Teeniest and tiniest of chances I would actually be able to do that.
I know. I know
Unlikely, but I'll
that.
try.
It's okay.
You know-
I listen. Last
No,
time I did it, I invited the world, and I had Doomers come. I had so many people from so many different states and all kinds of different people. It was wild. But we had a band and we had it catered because we had money then.
Nice.
There is a
And-
guy on YouTube who, I mean, I haven't saw him in a while. His name is Geo Wizard or Geo Wiz or something like that.
Yeah.
He can.
I was thinking that.
Somebody can just show him a spot on a map, and he can go. That's like Google Map. He'll go. I bet
Oh.
that's this area of the world.
With
And they
what
zoom
kind
out
of
and it-
accuracy?
Yeah, and
Like to
he
the
has-
country?
yeah, oh yeah, like it could be anything because all he does is like look at the maps and study them. And he does this thing where he
tell you
gets his
how.
girlfriend to just drop him off in random places. They'll drive for like a couple hours and blindfolded. They'll drop him off, and he'll have to figure out where he is,
That's awesome.
and
Now
how
that
to get
does
out of
sound
there.
Fun.
He tries to do straight lines where I guess he lives in Wales. He wanted to walk across Wales in a straight line, which means cutting across properties and farms and rivers, and you can't
Yeah,
deviate.
And even with a technology assist, just pulling off a straight line is shockingly difficult.
Yeah,
what
he's,
if
like,
there's,
almost
a
never done
building?
it.
Do you have to go through a window?
No, he plots it out first. So he knows he's not
Plots
going to
it
have to do that. But
If you want to learn
Hmm.
how you can do that sort of look at a picture and tell where it is, there is a guide on how to do it on a website called Bellingcat. And it's fascinating, and it's a technique developed by internet journalists, basically. And it got really big during the invasion of Ukraine.
So it would be looking at obviously you could tell if it's the east or the west, if it's desert, if it's trees, what kind of trees, but
Exactly.
but who has a photographic memory to say, okay, that's a deciduous tree and that's got to be indigenous to List County and what? How?
The-
You start with broad strokes, and you can narrow it down a lot easier.
I'm sure
And-
if you play that game enough, you'll just
I guess.
naturally get better. But there was a guy, Boulder, Colorado has a bunch of street performers. There's this, your co-host would know this, Sandy. There's this, she's probably seen this guy. There's a famous outdoor mall called the Pearl Street Mall,
Mhm.
and they have street performers. It's legal there. It's not legal everywhere, but there's a guy who was a long-term post office employee, and he'll get a crowd of people around him, and people would just shout out a zip code, and he'd go, Annapolis, Maryland.
Oh
I
wow!
bet you eat at this restaurant. And he
No
could just,
shit.
it was fucking
You know, I think
amazing. It
No,
was
I
amazing.
think Jennifer has told me about this guy
It was
think- That's
wild.
fascinating.
because
not
everybody
real.
there knows about this guy.
It
Right?
was real.
Audience plants. It's audience plants.
No, because
Audience plants.
my family would come to town and we would test it out. Like I'd be like, oh, check this guy. You gotta go, because you would always take him to the Pearl Street Mall, and you would take him to the what's the tea company? Who
Doesn't
they
even
do
know the
Sleepy
tea company.
Time tea?
Doesn't even know the tea company. I'm not buying this whole story. I don't think that's real.
Twinings.
There's the skeptic I love.
It's been too long. But you always take them to these you take them to, the staples or Celestial Seasoning. You take them to the Celestial Seasoning Factory and
Oh.
do the
You're right.
tour, and you go in the
Celestial
peppermint
Seasoning.
room. The peppermint room is okay.
So
Check
we're-
this out.
Okay, so we're in a peppermint room.
There's
in
a
tea
room.
place you can't remember.
It's Celestial Seasoning. The peppermint room is always closed, and there's a major warning before you go in there, because as soon as you go in, you're assaulted. Your
Right.
eyes water.
Since-
I mean, if you're in a room of peppermint,
You're peppered by the scent. I understand.
there's no level of onion that's anywhere near peppermint.
That does sound.
Yeah,
It's
plant peppermint.
It's amazing. You
goes
go in
right
there and you're
through
like, oh
everywhere.
my god, I can't see, it burns, and you got to get out of there.
It
But
would
what
be
about the
fun to do
goggles?
that.
Yeah, they only give out hair nets. And one time I tried to avoid that by wearing a ball cap, and they were like, you still got to wear a hair net. And I was like,
Oh,
oh,
really?
okay.
Health and
So
safety.
lame. But what was this? Oh yeah, so you take them to Celestial Seasoning, you take them to look at some waterfalls, you take them hiking, and then you go to the Pearl Street Mall, and there's like a contortionist who puts himself in this small glass box, which is amazing. The funny thing about that guy is he'll take like an hour Just-
Right.
joking around and talking to the crowd, and then he'll finally do it. So he really does like get a big crowd together before he gets in there. But
It's
the
too
zip
much
code
evil
guy was,
Knieveling.
yeah, and the zip code guy was just fucking amazing.
Yeah, but the
Hey,
zip
that
code guy
is.
knows your family. Like he recognizes like the shoes you're wearing, stuff like that.
No, like my
Well, that would
dad,
also be amazing.
I told my dad, I was like, look, I've done the Annapolis, Maryland. He knows that one. I know it. Do where you're from. And my dad was born in Arkansas, and he lived in Texas,
Well,
and he was in the military.
don't
so.
zip codes have like
There's a
where I
formula to
live?
it.
They start with a 1, but
Oh,
in
yeah, there's definitely a
California is
formula.
a 9. I mean, so but is this guy accurate to the T of the city or just the area?
Is that the guy's name?
It is so specific. They get down
That's-
to he gets down
I don't
to
know. That's crazy, huh?
because you can give out like a zip code and he can go, that's Georgia. You know?
Oh, okay.
But, like, he
didn't
gets
say the
to
city.
He gets
Oh.
to very specific area, not I wouldn't say region or district, but it's not even that. It's just like the area of your town and
Right.
start saying you can go to this restaurant, you can go because he
See,
was
that's the part that
sending
I don't
mail
believe.
to these
Wow.
places.
I was
He's
the fact that
idiot
you
savant
mentioned.
of zip codes.
Yeah, well, the fact that he did it professionally tells me so much because like or explains so much, I guess I should say. Because like think of Sam Cedar when I always mention this guy, but like when he takes calls, someone will be like, I'm calling from a 313 area code, and he'll be like, ah, is that Detroit? Or I'm calling from a 248, and he'll be like, is that Lansing? It's not, but he'll get it close.
Yeah.
At the very least, and it's just because he's been taking calls for 20 years, so he's used to most of the zip codes. This guy's got to be the
Oh.
same thing. He's been sending
Yeah.
mail for so long.
Huh.
You
But
just
how does
recognize
sending
them.
mail
Wild.
help you find restaurants and places you've never been?
Oh, he's probably also a witch.
See, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay, I found a video of the guy.
Okay.
You have. Ooh. Cool.
Talk
wanna see
amongst
it.
yourselves while I figure out where to, because he does juggling too. I don't want to show that.
All right. How much do you guys
Oh, I
want
wanna
to
see the
bet that it's
juggling.
just Matt in a wig and a mustache?
I'm not
Oh,
taking that back.
I just remembered Jake is here now, so you can eat the peanut butter and pickle sandwich you mentioned earlier.
Oh yeah, Matt.
That was a lie. I was never
Ah,
going to do that.
Damn it.
Right, see? So you've been
And
known
I
to
made
lie. Is that correct?
dehydrated kale for Jake to eat with the pickles and the peanut butter and put that in there.
That actually, I could see
It
that.
sounds
I could
great.
see
Oh.
that working.
He actually does
It's a
where
lot of wet.
people
Okay,
say where
you
they
got it,
live,
Matt?
and he tells them the area code.
Oh, the
Ooh.
Oh, that's a
area
lot easier.
code?
I mean, zip code. Sorry.
Zip code. I don't
That's
know
a lot
how.
easier.
I could
Yeah,
never
this is way
remember
less
any of that.
impressive and or not real.
Okay, hold
I
on. Well,
disagree. I
let's
disagree.
see. I think I have the video to where it makes sense. Hold on. Let me
All
see
right,
if
let's see.
AI generated video. No, this is real.
I
'Cause if it
apologize
starts
in
with a
advance if it's no good.
Okay.
Okay, then tell me if you like this trip. What I'm going to do is not only tell you where everybody here came from, but I'll tell you where they're going.
The hell.
Yeah, that'd be great.
But first, I want to make sure I have the numbers right. For example, this guy gave me 78415, right? This guy gave me 35242, right?
Wow.
And this lady gave me 30319, right? And this lady gave me 07470, right?
Oh.
And this lady gave me 54914, right?
Oh my
And this
goodness.
lady
Already impressive.
54143.
Just remembering all that.
Oh
And
my
this
god.
lady gave me 54736.
Woo.
Oh yeah, that was good clap.
Damn.
And the map shirt,
So
too.
you
He's
can
selling
remember
it.
1,
numbers.
6. Hold on. Then I didn't hear the last one. Broken. Okay. Now I'll tell you where they came from and where they're going. Once upon a time, there was a lady who lived in Atlanta, Georgia, in the neighborhood of Oglethorpe University. Right? Okay, right across the street from Oglethorpe University.
What?
And she took a trip to Corpus Christi, Texas, where she met a man from Birmingham, Alabama. And the man in Birmingham, Alabama had friends in Wisconsin. One of them came from a little town called Marinette, Wisconsin. The other
Yo!
one came from a little tiny farming area. I'm trying to think of the name of this place. It's on a dairy farm outside of Eau Claire. And then another one came from Appleton, Wisconsin. And
Yikes.
the three of them wanted to go to Maidstone, England, and they left from New Jersey because they have Newark Airport there, and they stayed at a lady's house in Wayne, New Jersey. And when they got back to America, they met other people from other places. Does anybody here have a zip code you think I won't know? Anybody have a zip code that you
What's
think
that?
I won't?
What is it?
What?
44600.
Okay, now is that in Mexico? In India? What was the name of the country?
Nepal.
Nepal. This guy is it's right next to Kathmandu. Anyway, it's in the mountains next to Kathmandu. I don't know where the hell that is. Anybody else have a zip code?
That's wild.
This lady,
That's, yeah, that's
This lady is
nuts.
from a little tiny town called, gotta think, Schroeder? No, Two Harbors, not Two Harbors. Hang
This
on.
is wild.
Nicely, just hang on a minute. I'll get this.
He's losing it.
No.
I'm nervous.
Butson, Minnesota. Anybody else
Damn.
have a zip code you think
How
I
do you
won't know
have
a number?
That kind of insane
Lady is
memory.
from Crown Point,
Really?
Indiana. Anybody else have a zip code you think I
Christ, I
won't know a
can't
number?
remember anything anymore.
This lady is from Normal, Illinois. Most normal place I know.
I mean, see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
It's
wild.
incredible.
It's impressive. I think it's not bad.
Wow. It's
Like,
kind of wild.
Is he sitting around like reading
Looks-
this shit? Is
yeah.
he like studying it, or he said he worked at a
think
post
so.
office?
When he went outside the country, that blew my mind.
He makes money doing that too. There's like a jar.
He should.
How
It's impressive.
shit.
That's crazy, right?
Yes. It's I can't even imagine.
You know
'cause
what
I
else
can't
is crazy?
remember
There's a
bringing
video of
shit.
fucking everything
Yeah.
online. Like,
video
I was
for
like, why am I
everything.
not looking this up?
Yeah, a video for everything.
I used to stand there and watch that guy. Of course, I was stoned, but I used to watch that guy for like an hour or two and just be like, "This is amazing."
I just put a picture in the Discord. Does he know where that is? Look at it. I don't know if you can pull it up.
Let me see. I was having trouble with this
Oh.
earlier.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, nice. Is that real?
Yeah, it's a real town. I found the picture. Forget what's it's. I bet Jake knows where it is. It's
Oh.
a Midwest town.
Oh, I'm dying to know. Is it hell?
Mm.
I do know where it is.
He
I've been to hell.
I knew it. Boom, boom. There it is. I took that.
It
You
looks like
know,
it
I-
Oh, did
froze
you
over.
really?
Yeah. I didn't take
Nice.
it there. I got it off the internet. But I use these things. I collect for videos. So I saw that. I was like, oh, I got to use that. I got to save that.
Nice.
for
Just
some reason.
imagine somebody asked you for directions and you're like, first go to hell. And they're like, fuck you.
Yeah, really, go to hell.
I think
It
the
He's
is
zip.
a
a-
savant. That's what I said. Teddy Cool said about that guy. He's a savant. I said, yeah, he's a savant.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't you
he's
think?
got some kind of special ability. He probably can't remember his mother's birthday, but he's got all this other incredible.
Well, it just
stuff.
blows
I mean,
me away
how?
that he's remembering it, not like I imagine him using a dry erase board, which by the way, dry erase board probably the greatest invention of all time. It's just remarkable.
Yeah, penicillin's garbage. The dry erase board.
Remarkable.
Ah!
Remarkable. Yeah,
hate you.
have yeah, another.
That's pretty good.
Dad
That's pretty good.
joke.
We need that clip from
Slipped
Star
it
Wars where
in.
Anakin's just yelling, I hate you.
Oh, everybody in the
Every
chat
time
now
Matt
is
gets us.
finding the names of towns. There's a fucking Austria, it's called, and yeah,
There's a
fucking
Lebanon,
Austria.
Tennessee.
Yeah, that's
Oh, yeah.
There's a
Lebanon.
Dallas,
And Lebanon,
Georgia.
Ohio.
Lebanon's a more common name.
There was a lake nearby where I am. What was it called? Drug and alcohol
not saying where I
rehab
live.
lake or something. I was like, "Are you kidding?" It's real.
Why-
It's called
why
like
was-
Drug and Alcohol Rehabilitation Lake.
Did like some group
not kidding.
sponsor it or some shit?
I
That's
I
really good?
guess it was.
Well, the way it works is if you stay in there long enough, you will be cured of all addictions.
Oh, now
It's
I gotta
like
look
a
it up.
magical elixir in like a video game. You gotta go sit in the little fucking spring, get cured of all your illness.
Boring, Oregon.
Ooh,
That's a real town. He said. Otto said it. Hi, Otto. Hi, everybody.
Oh, geez, I looked it up. South Carolina Lake, drug rehab lake, and Google's like, help is available.
Oh my god.
And they're giving me like phone numbers. Oh, great.
well, that's good news.
Help is available.
Start getting advertisements for like Narcan. Ugh.
Oh Lord.
Well.
I wish I could be like, Google, it's okay. I'm just doing a group show.
Don't soothe Google. Let Google worry about you. F it.
You guys are cracking me up today. Yeah.
Yeah. So somebody had said earlier that okay, so when Jake wasn't here, I was like, oh, it's a shame because I was going to eat a peanut butter and pickle sandwich and now I'm not. I guess I'll have to wait. I was lying. I'm not going to eat pickle and peanut butter.
No, I
Sandwich.
haven't yet.
What
Tell
if
me.
that would cure the haunting in your room?
By eating a peanut butter and
Hey,
pickle.
Ghost. I realize you probably had some other unfinished business there, but can you just be a pal and
Just
and make your
imagine
unfinished business?
I'm sitting here eating. I'm like, well, the room might be haunted. I
Oh,
don't know.
shit.
I'm going to have my pickle and peanut butter sandwich in the meantime. And then all of a sudden a ghost manifests and is like, really? You're going to eat that right in front of me? I'm out of here.
Yeah,
I'd be like, holy shit.
that's
call the
more
news.
likely to
Holy
happen.
shit.
Than
Tell
it
the
that
happening.
would
news.
be so
It works.
good. Ghostbusters mixed with just like a weird, unsettling guy. I love the idea of scaring ghosts away or grossing them out, having them be like, ew, 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 ew.
Like you're sure they're there
Ew.
now and you can get rid of them.
I like that.
That's funny. That's like the Roach Motel for Ghost. They're like,
"Hello,
ooh,
I'm
what's
just gonna
this? Oops.
I got a question,
eat
Matt.
this
Where
greasy
where
sandwich
you
with my shirt
lived,
off."
where you live, was it farming? I mean, what could be haunting the property? I often think if there was ever anything like that here, it was a farm. It was all farmland and wild land and indigenous land. That would be probably something that would be the spirits here. What would be there?
I don't know.
Your house is not old.
It's those goddamn
No,
vultures.
my wife believes that the ghost of her mother is in the house.
Oh,
Duh.
okay.
She
right.
believes it, or just says it because it's kind of funny sounding.
No, it comforts people.
No. Mo, no, it goes beyond that. My wife's
Really?
very practical. She doesn't do comforting.
Really? She doesn't do comforting. Stop. I hope she's not listening.
No, seriously. She
Yeah.
does it in a very practical way. It's like she doesn't care if anybody. She just says it to me. It's not like
Right.
she's,
Well,
trying
now
to
we all
convince
know.
people of it.
Yeah.
Well, she wouldn't keep it from anybody, but
Hey,
I
I used to think
think-
that one of my cats was my grandfather that came down to watch over me.
look, this is exactly what I was going to say.
It was all, of course.
I mean,
Yes.
somebody was here way before me.
Yes, absolutely.
And
Kim
they
is
love
always
what you've
asking
done
me-
with the place.
And so along with the vultures. Mm.
What was that though? Just the way they were looking right at me, and like when I
That
came
was
around the
spooky.
corner, they didn't stop. They weren't like, "Oops,
Are
this
you
is
kidding me? They
awkward."
were like T-posing. They were giving you what you gonna do.
Is that what it's called?
Went on for a
T-posing?
while.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? It's a man
Come on there.
thing.
I don't know why. Well,
The
you're kind of from the
chewing.
south. I just like the birds were very clearly.
One, notice how they're looking at each other. Like,
Let's see it again.
The top little heads.
Oh,
yeah,
they're just
like the
loving it.
one on
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
right is looking.
It is a wild, really wild. You could write a story about them. Somebody could write a wildlife story.
I
Where
take
were they
it back.
going?
They're not T-posing. That's very much like a reveal. It's way more flamboyant than I
Like-
first gave it.
Like we're actually a lot larger than you think we are.
Yeah, there you
Opening up the
Wingspan.
trench coat.
I'm not
Eagles.
saying you gotta eat us, all right? In
We
fact,
have-
I'm saying please don't eat us. But why have you never even considered it? Look at this. I'm full of meat.
turkey vultures, right?
Yeah.
We've got eagles not far, and if you ever see them, they are huge,
Yes.
majestic, huge.
Yeah,
Eagles
we've got.
is big thing.
We have so many things coming through this yard: frogs, turtles, armadillo.
Yeah, me too. I got snakes.
Deer,
Armadillo?
The
chipmunks.
snakes. I hate mowing because
Chipmunks are
I only
everywhere.
Fucking
yep.
dillo?
I only do. We don't have armadillos. I don't think, but I got a whole bunch of video on these fox. The other day, I stopped right by the house and I took
Oh.
videos. The babies were walking. The baby was. I don't want to tell the whole story because it's kind of sad at the end, of course, because of cars. But I got,
What the? You
Just
told
told
us.
the whole story.
all right. I told.
Now
the
we're all
story.
imagining. Don't go into detail.
I'm
but-
not, but they were
Ooh.
beautiful. Not everybody. The mom took
Emphasis
them away.
on the were.
No, except for one. All right, forget it.
Mm.
I'm sorry. But I do love foxes.
Yeah, gorgeous,
They are.
gorgeous.
I'm much more of a dazzling urbanite. I've got squirrels in the old parking
Yeah.
lot there, pit bulls, humans,
Pit bulls,
The worst.
yeah,
really?
and
Pit bulls
cats.
come visit you, and cats,
They-
stray
they-
cats, huh?
Pit bulls, I say as though they're the problem. They're the most well-behaved of all those animals, including the squirrels.
The pit bulls
the
are.
pit bulls just get out of the yard. Like it's not even an irresponsible owner. It's just resourceful dogs, and they get out until somebody catches them, and then escorts them back in. But the squirrels, I'm pretty sure are gonna mug me one day. They don't give a
Squirrels are fuckers. Whenever Max the dog is outside, squirrels like to laugh at him.
Yeah.
He gets very
once
upset.
once they realize about how quick you are, they get into a range where they're confident, and then it's all mockery.
It's downhill.
Yep. I don't have a funnier thing to add on to that. Sorry.
Yeah, I have like Donald James had. I was just looking for this. I was a little distracted. Donald James X says, "What is the name of your ghost? Does it have one?" No.
Good question.
How about
You gotta name it.
fucker?
Like jean jacket or something. You gotta name it.
I'd just say like,
I
it's
mean,
a fucker.
Tell me your
Don't
name.
Pick a fight.
Tell me your damn
Give it-
name.
I
I'm
take
not
it back.
sitting here.
Andrea's on the right track. Annoy it. Give it a lame
Yeah.
name. Like, all right, numbnuts. Why are you haunting me? Until it's like, all right, first of all, it's Trevor. Second of all,
Trevor the
I had
Ghost.
unfulfilled whatever.
One of my best friends from childhood is Trevor. That would be if he said Trevor, I'd get my friend Trevor on the phone and be like, dude, Ghost has the exact same name.
Trevor.
That's the wild thing. You're like, you're never gonna believe this. There's a ghost in my room. Oh my god, and it's got your name. That's the weird
this.
thing.
Look
Two
at-
people with the same name, not the existence of an afterlife. Oh,
Look at this little baby.
And it lived. This one is alive.
Oh.
This one went away with the mama. Took
Oh,
them from
good.
the den. Yeah, I mean,
That's
there
a
was a whole
cutie.
story. I went back the next day with the wildlife rehabilitators, all this crap. But anyway, they are beautiful.
well, adorable and great picture, by the way.
I would like to remind everyone, you're all invited. Everyone, literally, anyone who sees this video,
Bela,
between
who's
now
in
and
my
the
chat,
28th.
Bella Lagrisi, who's in my chat, he was at the 2018 party. So he
So
can
So here's the
vouch.
thing.
it goes on and on.
I-
It starts the 28th and goes till whenever.
I got in-laws in that area is the thing. So I could actually, that's why I'm thinking I could squirrel my way out there.
Wouldn't that be
I mean, I'm
something?
just
You
gonna
might-
say, I think if it's open-ended date-wise, I could probably make it.
Yeah, right. I know. In
Eventually?
2025. Yeah. I'm even thinking about converting my greenhouse and cleaning it up so people that have camping cots, it'll fit two, I think. Two camping
Ooh.
cots. Yeah. I mean, I got
Nice.
plenty of places. But mostly it's going to be camping though.
Very social. Very,
Yeah.
very social.
Why not?
Yesterday, my friend Ross Radke, who is the illustrator of my comic book Milagro, came through town.
Oh.
Ooh, did you guys
That was
hang
cool.
out?
Sounds like a good
Yeah.
story.
Yeah,
Do
he's
tell. What'd you do?
well, he's traveling cross country, from like Seattle area, and he gets to Texas, and he's just stopping to see people and check things out along the way. He gets to Texas, and his car breaks down, and he's very open.
Yikes.
He's like documenting all this online. He gets to Texas, and his car breaks down, and they're like, it's gonna be a couple weeks. He's like, oh no,
Weeks?
couple of weeks? That doesn't work. What am I supposed to do? So he just like bought a new one.
Did he
He's like,
try to
"Fuck
get
it."
repaired at a place that also sells cars?
No, I think it was just a really small town. He was in Pecos, I think.
Ooh.
Pecos,
All right.
Texas. I'm not sure where that is.
Ball or move?
Yeah,
To
so
buy like just a whole new car.
but it was, he and I met one time when I was at Portland Comic-Con in Portland called Rose City Con, and then we met and then we only associated online, but we like made this whole big comic together. It was a lot of
Doesn't
work,
smell.
and so we became
Yeah.
pretty close, and we worked together on other comic projects too. And so it was really cool that he came through and check it out. Here we are.
Oh,
Hey.
nice. He looks
And,
so
Awesome,
like
man.
happy and nice.
Yeah, and I
You
got
both
foxes
look
on my
very
shirt.
happy. Yeah, look at them.
There you go.
And it says
you guys look
sake.
very happy.
It's 4 foxes, and it says sake, 4 fox sake.
Oh, for fuck's
For fuck's sake.
That's cute.
Clever.
God,
right?
even on your
So-
shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the The dad
cute.
jokes just do not stop with this guy. Good lord.
They're just like they're
Ba-dum-bum.
rabbit
Ba-dum-bum.
punches, I guess.
But we
Slip
sat
'em
for
in.
3.5 hours maybe catching up, and maybe not that long, but catching up and then just talking about like drawing and like how
that
he
had to feel
draws and
good.
then how I draw. And I was like, oh, I need this. I don't just sit around talking
Sure.
about drawing with people. Not like that.
Yeah.
Not from
That-
somebody I created something with.
Yeah.
It feels good when
cool.
you hang out with people of a niche you share. Very much this feeling right now for me. It's that's a good feeling. That's awesome that you got to hang out, man.
Yeah, check out his new car.
You were one of the first to
So
see
does he
it.
have the 2 cars?
No, because the other
He
one
sold the other
traded
one?
it in. But
Okay.
that you're right. That is a baller move where he's like, well, let's buy a new one. They were probably all like, really? Okay, cool. Go
And
for
even
it.
cooler with his artist money, you know? Like that's
Yeah.
just
Artist money.
a good place to be in life, man.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Ross Radke. Everyone should follow him online. He's always putting art online. He makes online comics.
Okay.
He's done several kaiju comics. He's done
Oh.
Kickstarters for them.
Sounds
Oh man.
cool.
So check this. This is not random. It's random, but it's significant. There's one guy who's been writing G.I. Joe Great American Hero comic since 1982. His name's Larry Hama. It's over 300 issues, but like you can't get the comics from the 80s anymore easily, and they've never been collected. You know how they collect everything in these huge 1,000-page books now, right?
Yeah.
So the people that currently have the license are allowed to collect them if they want. It's called Skybound. They do The Walking Dead. This is Robert Kirkman's imprint for publishing comics. And so they were like, we're going to do a Kickstarter. It's going to be 4, they call them compendiums, 4 hardback books or 1,000 to 1,200 pages a piece. I'm guesstimating. Because I think it's like over 200 issues of comics, but there's 4 books. They come in, it's like a box set. So they come in a book or a box that open. I could bring it up on screen, but so they're doing a Kickstarter for it, and they wanted 50 grand, which is, okay.
It's a reasonable amount of money
Is that
for a
right?
company.
To kickstart as in they're going to publish them elsewhere, or is it like a one and done just for the Kickstarter?
They're only going to do them they'll do a paperback version down the line that you can buy. But if you want this, you can only do it here. So check it out. They want 50 grand. It was funded. It was fully funded. They got the 50 grand in 6 minutes.
Wow.
Fucking A, right? Like that's
Yeah.
amazing.
I'll say.
And look at how well they've done it. Right now they hold the record for most money in the first day of any Kickstarter ever. Most money funded. They're over $1 million. So they're
Holy shit.
yeah, they wanted
Dude.
50 grand. And so all I keep thinking about is you got to pay taxes on that. That sucks.
Well, it depends on what they
Kickstarter gets a percentage. I think they get like 1%.
but how they are they,
That's
how they
amazing.
claim it taxes.
Yeah. Well,
there's
I mean,
all
these
kinds of
guys,
ways to-
they
yeah.
must have known 50 grand was going to, because these books are, oh, look, and they keep, the more money they make, the more they keep adding shit.
Okay.
Hell
So
yeah.
like once they get to 1 point, they're called stretch goals. So once they get to 1.3 million, they'll add posters,
Oh
and
my
they've already
God.
added posters. They add a pullout poster to each book. And so then it looks like they're going to do the 3rd and the 4th book. But hold on, let me show you how the box set. Yeah, look at the box set. You can get G.I. Joe
That's
edition or
amazing.
Cobra edition or both if you have that kind of money.
I've always hoped that
I
there
don't
is
know
a
anybody with that
storyline
kind of money.
where they do like an extended war. Like I want to see a full G.I. Joe narrative
Oh,
where they're talking
please.
about things like supply lines for their insane laser whatevers.
Don't we see
Sorry.
enough of that in real life?
They kind of.
I just want to. I want
I
to see
know.
the real
I
life,
know.
not interesting stuff, but the real life boring stuff applied to sci-fi. And
Look,
just
see, now they're adding bonus top secret because they know they're going to get up around 2 million. So they just keep adding things. So here's the great part about it is if, like, I contributed, I got a box set.
nice.
It took me like 10 minutes of turmoil. My wife was like, just fucking do it. And I was like, okay. But I was like, I can't spend that much money. And then I was like,
Would you
this is
spend
the only time I'll ever be
a
able to get
million,
it.
$1.3 million?
I spent way less than that. But so
I hope
so then one of the deciding factors for me was watching because it had been going on for a couple of hours. And I was like, they're over 500,000 right now. They're going to be adding stretch goals. I'm going to get way more for my money because it's a 30-day campaign.
Jeez.
It's nowhere near done.
They were like 1 day in, 2 days.
All right, what could we do for a 30-day campaign, guys?
Yeah.
Jeez.
So by the time they're done, my money that I contributed is going to go like toward way more stuff. So it's cool. But anyway,
Awesome. Actually,
that's
Good for your
crazy though,
friend.
right? Because we all know what
Yes.
Kickstarters are. That's a record. That's never happened before. And it's like
that-
G.I. Joe
oh.
comics. It's so
I've
cool.
That makes me want to
read
put
G.I. Joe,
anything
so-
on Kickstarter.
what
I
do you
mean,
think
it's a
the
lot of work.
average age of the people that are consuming this product
Oh,
is? Because
40
G.I.
and
Joe
up.
goes, because G.I. Joe goes so far back that it's probably like reliving people's childhood memories.
mean,
It's-
It's 1982.
mm.
I was 8.
I had a G.I. Joe and I had my Barbie, and they used to always be commingling.
That's awesome.
My sister and I
My
would
Barbies.
compromise at playtime like that,
Yes,
and
yes.
and we would play house, but I'd be G.I. Joe coming
Yeah.
back from the war, and then we'd have dinner.
Look at your background. Oh,
That's so
shit.
cool.
Yeah, G.I. Joe and Barbie. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because Ken was a bore.
Yeah, nobody wants to be.
Nobody would. She didn't even want to do him, and I was what, 6?
That's awesome.
Oh, Ken.
Oh, Ken. Who saw that movie? The Barbie.
I didn't,
not.
but I
movie.
like it anyway because I saw clips.
I saw it. Apparently, they tell
did.
you right at the beginning that they're doing a certain shtick that I missed. And by the end, I was like,
A little bored.
what are they doing? And they're like, they
Right.
explained that at the beginning. And I was like, oh.
You know,
I hate when
What-
that happens.
what is
Women's
the
lib
shtick?
Barbie. Women's lib Barbie.
Feel free to spoil it for me.
Oh, look at that.
I got to figure out how
It's
to
the
move that
Letterhack
down. But
sports team.
Oh, this is G.I. Joe styled Letterhack
Custom.
presents.
yeah, customized.
That's nice.
No, it was
I
like the whole movie was as if somebody were playing with Barbies.
Yeah.
Oh,
And the movie was like kids being like, I want the characters to do this. And I was like, they realized this is weird. I don't get this. What the fuck? This is like somebody playing with
So
toys.
it's like Toy Story.
And then everybody was like, yeah, they say that right at the beginning. And I was like, whoa, I looked away. I guess I missed that. I didn't see it. I
I'm
wasn't
like
in
Mac
the theater.
from Always Sunny, man. It's that for me with every movie. If there's an important plot point, I need it said a couple of times. Like, I need Luke to turn to the camera and like mid sentence and be like, "No, you're not my father. That's impossible." Because that would be a bad thing. Because Darth Vader's the bad guy. Remember, like I don't. If I like a movie, it's usually on vibes, and then I understand it around the third watch. So you have my sympathy.
Whenever
the
I watch a
Barbie
movie,
there.
I'm laser focused. I try to pick up every detail. If I think I missed
Me
something, I
too.
rewind. You know.
But I don't.
I've been watching
Shame.
a French TV show. Now it's leaving Netflix like June 13th, and there's 2 seasons, so we're kind of burning through it. I wasn't too sure I was going to be into it, and even like I don't know, there's 8 episodes in the first season. My wife and I are watching this, and 5 episodes into it, we're like, yeah, it's good. I mean, we'll finish the first season. By the end of the season finale, we were like, oh my god. She's like, you have to go do your show right now, and I'm like, yeah, in like 10 minutes.
Oh.
And she's like, we got to watch this. And I'm like, I can't wait to see what happens. It's
Yeah.
amazing. It's about police.
What's it called?
It's
Ooh,
called
what's it called?
Black Spot.
And it's on what, Netflix?
Zone Blanche. Yeah, it's on Netflix. It's about these cops in a very remote mountainous area where like there was like a sawmill that was keeping everyone employed, and they closed that in the first episode. So like it's and periodically they talk about how like they're connected to the woods and the forest around them. It's real like okay, yeah, I mean that I assume people would say that who lived in such an area. But then by the end of the first season you're like, "Oh, it's fucking awesome." It's
I'm
great.
And it's only there for 2 weeks.
And the characters are real, like the cops are really mix matched. They're very unique. They're individuals. It feels it's kind of funny, but not like in a jokey sort of, not like a Marvel movie, you know, where everyone's joking all the time for some weird reason. Like they're very normal. And I don't know.
On a similar note, then, I would recommend The Wolf of Snow Hollow. It's another cop thing.
Okay.
Written, directed, and starring one person, which usually either means it's going to be great or terrible, and it's great. And it's a werewolf movie, but trust me, just watch it. Also quite funny.
Cool. Yeah, and like we're just trying to do subtitled stuff for a while.
Oh,
So we watched a Chestnut Man, which is another
cool.
like series, and it was Scandinavian. But
what's your reasoning there? Why
you
the subtitle stuff?
Because I gotta really pay attention.
you know, when it
Fair.
comes to like noir and crime, Scandinavian, it's almost always based on a series of books, and my wife has read all of those. She spent years just absorbing as much Scandinavian crime and mystery
Which is crazy. 'Cause
novels.
she doesn't even speak the language.
Well, it's not easy. No, but they translate it all, thankfully. And you know, so it's just cool. And I know from being like a huge movie nerd with like one of the coolest video rental stores of all time in Boulder, Colorado. They closed a while ago, but I used to go in there 2 or 3 times a week, just talk to them about movies.
Yeah.
And the French, they were neck and neck with Australia for a while. In like 2010 to 2013, they were doing some of the greatest crime genre stuff in film. The Australians had it in TV with a show called Underbelly. The Australians were making a show about real life crime that happened in Australia, and it got to the point where the courts were like, you have to stop this season because this
Wow.
shit is still in court.
Holy crap.
And they were like,
That's funny.
but what about our show? And they're like, you can't.
Too bad.
Oh my
That's
God.
funny.
So they
Don't
were
care.
like, okay, fuck it. We'll go back to the very first Australian crime sort of headlines thing that we
Ned
can
Kelly.
remember. And it was female crime
Ah.
bosses. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
I'm still doing that Your Worst Nightmare on Max. True crime. Still trying to get I watch them at night before I go to bed, and they are all about men killing their wives or girlfriends. And or
Okay.
Watch it
something that has
before
to
you
do
sleep.
Yeah. I don't know. It's the only time I have time to ever watch anything.
Bill
that's not
Hader
either-
watches that stuff.
It's
He's
a
always
t-
talking about that.
Oof. It's awful. They're
Oh,
awful.
yeah.
It's just horrible.
Humans
Wow.
are nightmare creatures.
Yeah.
I'm-
And
horrible.
They're one of the
Men in
greatest fucking shows because like HBO like dumped all these History Channel shows on there. And there was one, I forget, it was about people who disappeared under mysterious circumstances,
Oh, there's so many of these shows.
supposedly.
Yeah.
So I started watching it, and what they do is they right at the beginning of the show, they go, either, I'm just making this up, either they were abducted by aliens,
Oh,
they
jeez.
spontaneously combusted, or their
Yeah.
truck fell off a cliff and exploded.
That's the one.
And it's like, well, that's obviously the one. They're like, but let's investigate all of them and see how they disappeared. And it's like,
Make a show.
No,
We
out
no,
of
talked
no,
to
it's
the
like-
aliens and they denied everything. So
it.
They
that's
either-
a dead end.
they either turned invisible or fell through a hole all the way to China, or they changed their identity and they're living in the next town over. But let's
Oh.
look
That
into all of
happens more
these
often than you
options.
think.
I mean, that's the
Well,
one.
yeah.
It's like always something really, really obvious. It's really funny.
What are you watching,
All right,
Andrea?
I got to do one just because I love that format for a joke. They either exploded randomly, got lost in the Bermuda Triangle, or they're right over there. Hello.
Yeah, right. Or they're
gonna
literally
investigate
standing
them
behind
all.
you. Yeah.
I've been watching Dragon Ball.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, that's the one you
Yes.
told me that crime goes down amongst Mexican cartels when there's a new episode of Dragon Ball.
That is
right?
what they say.
It's fucking
I
awesome.
believe that.
It
I
may
would
or may
believe
not be
that.
true. There's no real evidence, but it's possible.
The Spanish dub is famously great. It's a wonderful show. People about the age to enjoy Dragon Ball are currently murder you for drugs age. I'd believe it.
Yeesh.
It's so good. And you know what? It's one of those shows that is, in my opinion, proof of the internet, or rather, justification for the internet, because Dragon Ball Z Abridged is responsible for the revival of Dragon Ball. Just a
I
comedy
haven't seen
show
any
based
of the
on.
new stuff, so
Me neither.
You
I'm
should.
not
It
familiar
is,
with
in my opinion, better than later Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, I don't even know
well,
any of
that
this.
we'll
Sorry,
see.
we got
We'll
nerdy
see
there.
if I get
okay.
there.
Oh no, you guys nerd out, and I figure, hey, it's just another thing to learn about.
Sandy, I'm the bridge here, but I'm leaning your way. I
Yes.
do
Well,
know what
it's
they're
a-
talking
it's a
about.
comic
I've seen
book,
it, but
so you should
Dragon
have
Balls.
read the comic books.
Oh shit!
I'm just not there yet. I will be.
I won't be. I'm sure.
I'm
I pretty
about to be
much
reading a
reasonably
lot
sure.
of G.I. Joe comic books.
Yeah.
You will. Yeah,
For
you
sure,
will.
man.
Yeah.
I got a prestige format art process book about Prince Valiant, the comic strip. Do you know Prince
Hey,
Valiant?
yes, I
No?
do.
I do not.
That's my grandfather's, was my grandfather's favorite comic book, to the
Hal
point
Foster.
that he named his tool and die shop
Really?
Valiant
You're
Tool
kidding
and
me.
Die.
No kidding.
Wow, that's pretty cool. That's a good
I
What
got
is a
okay.
tool
So
and die shop,
Yeah.
like dice
tool and die. No, they
or like
fix
dyeing
and
clothes.
make things.
Yeah.
Building and making and industry. Small. though.
Absolutely. And funny enough, sometimes also making tools
Yeah.
for very specific things. Yeah, it's just a
yeah, it
fun
was
little
Hal
thing that-
Foster's
great.
comic, and he gave it over to a guy named Gary Gianni, who has been doing it for a long time, and he's
Yeah,
a
I would
master
never
artist.
quit.
Yeah, and I mean it's amazing they still run it. But this is called Prince Valiant Page, and it's a hardback book that comes in a slipcase. It's oversized, and it just talks about his process, and he shows his process for how he makes the strip, and he uses photo reference, and it shows the different stages, and it's signed and numbered. I got
That's neat.
887 out of 1,000. It was only
Are
40
any, like,
bucks. It was $40.
Would different numbers be
cool
worth
concept.
different amounts? Like would the first
I-
one be
yeah.
worth more?
One would be
I
worth the
think
most.
if you got
Yes.
1 out of 1,000 or something like that, I think you could make the case for the first 100, maybe, or maybe like the first 25.
What about the last one?
1,000 out of 1,000. I think that's unique. I should
Yeah.
have sent mine back and been
What
like,
about like
give me 1,000.
666?
420.
Well, if you're a Satanist,
Yeah.
yeah.
69.
No, I think a lot of Satanists would be
yeah.
clamoring for.
If you're real
I'm
scum,
a Satanist.
never mind. But yeah. There'd be some good ones.
I'm happy with 887. I feel like it was meant to be.
Yeah.
That's your number. Do you play the lottery? 887.
Is there a 3-number lottery?
Yeah, well, in New York there is, I think. I
Um,
think. I think there is.
I feel like there's
I-
got to be a lot of winners. 1,000 people play. You're gonna have some. Well, who knows?
The first thing I did when Ross came by the house, I was like, "You want to see my comics?" Like took him downstairs and showed him the library.
Oh, yeah, I saw your
And
library show.
I felt like such a nerd being like, "Check out my comics." But like,
Well,
you know,
yeah.
I was
But
handing him
that's
a
what
guys should've
couple.
both-
have in common.
I was like, "You'll like this one." He was like, "Oh my god, it's cool."
Yeah,
You
I
guys
mean, why
both should have
wouldn't
like
he?
run inside with like a kid run. That would have been so much fun. Like, you want to see my
Go look at
comics?
my
Yeah.
comics.
Yeah, but why wouldn't he want to see them? Right? Why not? You would do the
Yeah.
same if you were at his place and see his collection. I mean, that's what
Yeah.
That's what we
It's
do.
like a NASCAR driver being like, "You want to check out my car in the garage?" Yeah.
Yeah.
Just you don't even need to be into driving yourself. Just be like, "I would be curious to see what do you drive, NASCAR driver?" Absolutely.
He was at a friend's house in a mutual friend's house in Houston, whose house I've been to, and they have original artwork by both of us on their wall in
How
what is like a
fun.
small museum of original comic
Well,
art. And
that's
it's
like
like
an honor.
we were talking about how cool it is to see our artwork framed on the wall next to like hugely famous people
Nice.
that we really
Pinch
admire.
yourselves. We're with famous royalty of comics
Oh,
here.
God, that-
Just at least one person you are equivalent.
So, Andrea, you're very quiet. What's going on
Yeah.
No,
behind
I'm,
those glasses?
I'm high as shit right now, so I'm just trying to survive.
Ah, she's just chilling. Yeah, I'm not, because the last time I did that on this show, pissed Matt off, and I
got
was
in
a complete
trouble.
moron. I got in trouble. So no,
That's why I gotta stay quiet. You know, just gotta.
we don't want to piss Matt
Sandy,
off.
you and I got to do
But-
a stream, a clam
We
baked
were gonna-
stream, where I know we got to do a way less pressure one, where it's just like we know
Not
it's
the-
gonna be a disaster,
Not,
and we're just
wait a
like,
minute. The Federal Register one is still happening, isn't it?
Yes.
Someday you're just not doing your channel, and we have to do that on your channel.
yeah,
and it's
I'm
quite
sorry.
easy, actually.
Yeah,
just to tell people
we
go to the
can-
Federal
we
Register.
can-
look up-
and should do that one. But I would
Yeah.
also like to do one where we're just high as a Georgia pine, trying our dance, like the
No
goal,
problem.
the
I got
fun of the
enough for-
stream,
I got enough to last me.
just
a
to
Hey,
see if we can be
it's-
coherent.
It's John Ross's birthday, everybody.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
to
John Ross!
you.
He's I think he said he was 39
Yeah, I
maybe
think
it's
I said
49.
happy birthday on Facebook.
or it was 32. One of those.
One of
Happy-
those.
He's
I'm gonna go
32.
with 47.
No,
I think it
he's
was I think he
32.
said I'm turning 47 and a half.
He
And I was like, "Really?"
That's
not.
interesting. And
He's
a half.
baby.
Yeah,
So
because he's always
whatever it
born
is.
6 months ahead somehow,
Interesting.
which is wild. But he's a unique guy. He's been on the show. We had him on the show.
Yes, you did.
Whatever it
My
is,
birthday
happy
Yes, you
birthday,
did.
and
Happy
thank you
Oh,
for
look.
your
birthday.
British light
Where is
comedy.
He said
I knew he was-
23. He always writes in reverse. He said he was 23.
I
you
knew
guys.
that there was a discussion on that. I
Very
saw it in a
young.
chat that his birthday was coming. It's going to be 32.
Young buck on the prime of your youth.
Yes.
Happy birthday, John.
Shit.
Yeah, 32 is super young.
I was
It
a
just
mom.
is.
I was a mom.
That
Oh.
okay, so that's what I was telling him because he called into my show the other night and we were talking about this,
Yeah,
and I
that's
said
what I
I think
heard.
back to my mom when she turned 30. She had 3 kids.
Right.
Oh,
I only
might
had
have
one.
4 kids, but like I gave her way too much credit for being like a quote unquote grown up and should have taken it easy on my mom
Mm.
as like a literal child at 30 years
Right.
old. I mean, you grow up quickly when you have kids. I
I
get it.
mean,
But
Yeah.
like that's
Ask my
young.
daughter.
crazy.
She won't say that. I was 29 when I had her. She will never say I grew up quickly having
That's
her.
young though. That's really young, right?
29? Oh, I lived a
I
whole
didn't have
lifetime.
I feel like at 40, I was like, okay, I've got some shit figured out. This is my show now. I know what to do. Going forward with my life, I'm fucking cool, calm. I know exactly what to do.
I don't have it
Fuck
together.
everything. I'm
I
40.
don't.
Right up to
Nope.
that, like 39, I was like, I don't know what I was doing.
Yeah, I'll let you know when I get there for sure.
Right.
I haven't even started my journey.
Yeah, Andrea,
Oh.
you're gonna be. You got a birthday coming up, right? Did
On
we miss
Friday.
it? On Friday.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
So next
And you're gonna
Wednesday.
be 30, 29,
No.
28.
28.
Yeah. 28.
Just a wee
made it.
barn. A
I survived.
wee lass.
Yeah.
No, I mean that's
that's how
good for you.
Yeah.
You survived.
I didn't
28.
think I'd make it this far.
I didn't think I'd make it to 21.
28.
And then 22, I was like, whoa, that was a
Shit, now
crazy
what?
year. So what are you going to do to celebrate? You and Max
don't
going to
know
put
yet.
on a party hat?
Well, Max,
Party
he
stream?
doesn't know it yet, but he's going to celebrate my birthday by getting a bunch of treats. So
Oh, nice. That's good. Don't say that word too loud.
Are you doing anything, you think?
oh no, I'm just going to watch movies and play video games.
God.
That's
Nice.
usually on my birthday I do nothing, but I had 3 weekends of birthday this year. And my mother's was the 90th. Yeah, I went to Buffalo and he didn't leave yet. And I went to Toronto and then I went to New York. So that's
That
That-
is lovely.
It was too
Andrew, what
much,
you
though.
described is like the okay.
The perfect birthday.
Other day, podcast buddy of mine called and said, "What are you doing right now? I need some like technical testing support. Can you help me out?" He's like, "What are you doing right now?" I said, "Do you really want to know?" "I'm watching cartoons and organizing my comics." And he goes, "You are living the life,
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
living the dream. Watching. I'm gonna be 50 this year. I'm watching cartoons, and I'm organizing my comic book collection.
In the haunted room?
Like, and I'm gonna call my girlfriend later after dinner. I think my mom's making sloppy joes. I don't know.
Hey, for right now, today, life is good
Yeah, I like that.
because
I like
you
that a
really
lot.
don't know about tomorrow.
Oh, that's good enough. Yeah, right now. Okay, everyone, take stock. Right now, pretty fucking good.
Right
Yeah,
now.
it's all right.
I mean, I'm
It
gonna
is
get
now
up
that
and play
I got
tennis
those
tomorrow. So
damn beds done. I'm going to go out and I am going to plant cucumber. Well, first I have to put the hose out and the irrigation lines back in, and I'm going to plant cucumbers and beans and all kinds of stuff, I hope.
Oh, that'll be lovely.
Yeah. Wait, the garden's going to be gorgeous. It's just now it has to be functional, and then the artwork comes, which I know Matt's woman knows all about it, making them beautiful. Mm-hmm.
yeah, she's got a
Growing-
community garden
well-
at school she tends too.
Nice.
It's like
Growing
never
food
stops.
is an art. It's an art. For me,
Yeah.
it's art. And it starts, but I was because I was away 3 weekends, that's why I was late on everything. And I never expected that I was going to rebuild those beds by myself. I mean, I dragged all kinds of shit to edge them from the basement, from the property. I'm sawing wood, and I did it though. And I proved to myself that this old
Good
broad
on you.
hasn't. I think that's what it was. It was I had to prove that I could do it, no matter how much it hurt.
Maybe the turkey vultures was a
And
maybe they
everybody will
came to
see the garden.
bless the garden. They were like, "Look at this garden. Quickly
your
bless
garden.
it. All right, let's get out of
Oh,
here."
I missed that.
Or
Yeah, one
curse
of
the
them was
garden?
a cardinal.
They were blessing the garden with their poop. Yeah, the
Yeah.
birds that are
well-
in my soffits, they poop all over my rainwater catchment thing, and I have to
Oh.
hose. No, it doesn't get
Oh.
inside the water. I don't
It doesn't
use
taste
that
that
water.
bad. I guess.
I don't use that
Oh.
water for anything but watering bushes in a drought. Okay.
Uh,
It is there. There's a lot of water in it, but I have to wash the outside off because the birds are pooping on it. But hey, they were
And-
here
and-
before I
they're
was.
pooping in the water.
and the
so-
No, they're
birds-
not pooping anywhere in the water. The water
And it's
you
got to be
can't-
good
it's-
for the plants.
The
water supply
water
is
goes
infected.
No, I have a well for that. This is just ancillary water if we have a drought, so I can water my bushes and flowers.
So check this out. My father-in-law hates rice. He's like, I don't eat rice.
Question
I
is
hate
zero
it. It's terrible. He has Rice Krispies every day. So I was like, okay, I gotta ask you this. You hate rice? He goes, oh yeah, it's disgusting. Looks like maggots. I don't eat it. And I was like, but you have Rice Krispies every day. He's like, that's not rice. And I was like, yeah,
It's probably
it is.
not right. Well, yeah, it is.
He goes, I think it's something
Yeah.
else. And I was like, what?
What?
What is it? And I was like, let's look at the ingredients. Rice.
Even
And I
if
was like,
it's
that's
made out
just
of the
about
same
all it
thing, it's fundamentally different. It's got a different texture.
It's cereal.
Hey man, if
crap.
rice is maggots, Rice Krispies is crispy maggots, right?
It's like weevils. It's still different.
Styrofoam, Rick. Styrofoam.
Zero PE though. I gotta just Rice Krispies, not Rice Krispie treats. The cereal, not.
He's talking
what
about
do you do?
eating cereal
put
and
it-
watching cartoons.
Eating
You put
styrofoam.
honey on it. You do a little sugar. You can't. It can't just be the Rice Krispies now.
I miss
I know he's not here.
cereal.
He's got a type of
I
response.
don't eat
I just
cereal. I
I
don't eat
miss
any
cereal.
Fucking
processed
while we're talking to
anything.
zero PE, this little
Really?
bitch fucker in the chat just said, "I
Ooh,
couldn't
no.
stand Courage the Cowardly Dog. Go fuck yourself. Couldn't
Uh-oh.
stand it.
It's the,
It's the best
Andrea and
cartoon.
Zero.
It's the best
Boxing
cartoon.
match.
Yeah, what is this horse shit? Give me a fucking break.
Essential-
Your
Oh,
your favorite cereal
and
is
Billy
Rice
and Mandy,
Krispies.
which I also loved.
Your favorite cereal's Rice fucking Krispies, and you're shit talking Courage the Cowardly Dog. Give me a goddamn. What
What has
idiot?
what
It's like, I
has
mean,
with the
first of all,
Courage
who
ever
eats
done to
Rice
you?
Krispies? Like, why would you even eat that ever? Let alone have that be your favorite cereal? Like, come the fuck on.
Oh,
No. I could see it. I just need further explanation. And I understand your critique of Courage the Cowardly Dog. It's a serialized
It's also known as a
show.
cartoon. Also known as right, like that's what cartoons do.
I don't think
I
I've
know.
ever watched it.
Well, you should.
Oh,
really
it's
good.
one of
I'm-
those
I'm
things where,
looking it
as
up.
an adult, I would actually
Courage the
recommend it.
Cowardly Dog. Wow, it comes right up.
But
And
I
there's
love that
a
people
whole Reddit thread on it and everything. Look at
I
that.
love that people in the chat are saying
Look at this. It's
Rice
on
Krispies are
this.
nothing like rice. It literally is rice though. It's
Well,
just
that's the thing. Like, what does that mean? I don't like rice. Like, it looks like maggots. Like, what does that mean?
I don't know.
Ew.
Sort of like how spaghetti can be awful worm-like.
well, it's
you know.
packaged.
Why are people seeing bugs in their food items though? Like that
'Cause
looks
we
that sounds
are-
like it's like you're seeing things that aren't there. It's like borderline schizophrenia.
Yeah, our brains are trained to look for dangers in our food. It's a super common thing.
I've never heard it put that way, but yeah, I guess yeah. I'm that
Interesting.
way with fruit, big time. I don't peel an orange without going. Okay, let me see what I'm getting into.
Yeah. You know, just blind bite into an
Damn it.
apple. You go,
Well, we've always been told you have to watch the worms.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
use a
Could be
knife.
an apple.
I carve an apple up.
and it's fun. That's just a fun way
I
to
don't
eat an
even
apple.
have
I
apples.
feel
on my
very
trees.
frontiersman.
You don't have apples? Me too. I would think
Sarah.
that would be priority number one if you're planting.
Me?
But I guess it
They're
takes
not
a
big
long
enough
time.
yet. The one tree is it's big.
I eat one apple
not-
sliced up with granola, and then I'll have something else later. And that's it.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
But I have that apple and granola every day. I've been on that for like 6 months.
Oh, geez.
What
Nice.
kind of granola?
Like peanut butter, organic.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
It's great.
Peanut butter
And
apple.
cinnamon sometimes.
Just missing the pickle.
I've been eating a lot of pickles. I'm trying to finally get through these jars because I'm gonna grow all new cucumbers to make all new
True.
pickles.
True.
I mean, I've
Here's
even given them away now.
Does the type of cucumber change the flavor of the pickle
Absolutely.
like bread and butter or
There's-
sweet or whatever,
There's-
or is it the
well,
brine?
no, it's what you do. I use Market Moors, but there's two variety of Market Moor pickles that cucumbers I'm planting, which are better for canning. But it's the brine. It's how you mix it up. I mean, I make dill, and I make bread and butter. But with the bread and butter, I don't use sugar at all in anything.
Oh, nice.
So I use what's not stevia? What's the other one? Monk fruit.
Okay.
And my pickles are fabulous, so I've been told. They're good.
Interesting.
I would love to try them at the party.
I'll have pickles at the party. It'll be a pickle party.
I need assistance. I need help from you guys. I just totally remembered I was going to ask for this.
Okay.
You know those lie detector shows I do?
Yes.
They're fun.
On the next one, should I do just 2 or 5?
Five.
5 is a lot.
Because 5, you can't really
Oof.
do you can't do the poll in the chat. You can only do 4.
You have
in a
that
poll.
much imagination to come up with
So,
all that?
well, some of it's
Woo, you're a
it's
good
only
actor.
one to lie.
I
So
know, but you're coming up with all the rest of them to talk about.
yeah,
things that-
very interesting.
So
life.
why not do 4? Why
Yeah.
does it have to be 2 or 5?
Well, I was gonna do
Wow,
mix it up because I'm
you're
winning
good at it.
all the time, and I want to make it more interesting. And so I was thinking, like, if we do 5, we could like do a process of elimination stage. I don't know.
Well,
Sure, you
if
could
would
figure it out.
be.
I mean, we could do a test run your next show, do 5 and see how it works.
Do like vote on
Evaluate it.
which 4 we should go with. Like
Which
voting on
4
which
would
one to
be-
eliminate. I don't know.
It
Which
would be
4
fun if
are the real stories.
you tell all 5, and before you put up the poll, you're like, all right, and now we're going to find out who's the idiot. This one was a lie. And you immediately tell that one of the lies.
I'm good at playing his game. I figure
We-
them all out.
We could
Nice.
do
I do.
Nice.
we
I
could do
do.
like 5. We could do 3, vote on them, and then introduce 2 more, and have two lies within the 5. I don't know. That's complicated.
It
Well,
feels
think
it feels
think it through and
overcomplicated,
use
yeah.
your.
Because I was thinking 2
do
would
your
be
focus group.
like really challenging, right?
Do your focus group.
Anyway, I only have 3 figured out for the next one.
I'm
so
going with 5. You got 2 more to come up with?
Ooh,
okay.
Andrew, are you
I
on
like the
Friday
idea of
morning?
you getting guest star lies. So like one of us submits a lie that you tell, and it's bonus points if people can guess which lie was also submitted by one of your pals.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes, I am saying.
Okay, good. I have to make sure, Andrea.
So I have 3 stories figured out that are true. Now I need to come up with the lie and a 5th true story and a 4th true story.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I fundamentally forgot the format of the show and was
I'm
thinking
gonna go
it
with
was
4.
4 lies and 1 true thing, but that doesn't make sense when you think about it. Or maybe
I think
did-
that's a fun show.
One time I
brain's
said
melting.
He's good at it. He's a good storyteller.
is.
I
It's
miss your
fun- it's
I miss
fun.
your reading.
I had a
on
5th
Friday.
option one time that was like they're all true, and everyone was like, "It's got to be that." It wasn't. Oh, okay. I keep threatening to do this. I have a short story for Halloween that I think is really offensive. And so, or could be, but maybe I'm making too big of a deal out of this. Did I say it on this show already? I read it to a friend of mine when we were at NASCAR. We were the only 2 awake in the RV. And I said, "Hey man, I wrote this story." And he's like, "I'd love to hear it." And I was like, "Really? I'll read it to you." And he was like, "That was awesome." And I was like, "Was it offensive?" He's like, "Which part?" And I go, "This part." And he goes, "Yeah, I can see how people might find that offensive."
Well, what's the part?
Well,
I feel like
I'm
teachers are too uppity.
I'm trying to get a volunteer from one of you guys to read it.
Oh, I'll do it.
Really? Oh,
I'll
he
jump on that with
volunteers
both feet.
immediately.
Okay.
Immediately.
I don't know if I wonder if
The
2 of
problem
you should
is-
read it.
Yeah. And because I'll read the offensive part and not realize it until that night.
Really?
Yeah, I won't be quick enough to realize I'm reading the dangerous part. And
Well, I
that'll be
could
part
give
of the
you
fun.
I could give you a hint. I could just give you 2 words and say
Okay.
these 2 words are the part where it's, I think, maybe offensive. But it's also for Halloween.
God, I'm dying to know. I'm
Yeah, we
dying to
have
know.
time.
Yeah.
Please, let's
You're
not
allowed
rush
to be
life.
offensive for Halloween, I think.
Yeah, it's like supposed to
Yeah.
be like, whoa, this is
You
weird.
saw what I did for Halloween. Jesus.
Like the murder
Dressed up.
part
I
isn't
loved-
even the offensive stuff.
You like Kimberly, Tammy, Lauren,
Sandy, yes, I
Gargoyle.
loved your Halloween show.
Kimberly, Tammy, Lauren, Gargoyle. I think about bringing her back for a show, but God, it was a lot of makeup. I mean, it was like a lot of makeup.
Oh, God.
Lord.
I'll never do the right wing bit again
I had fun. It
Why?
was fun.
because we had a right winger in the chat. Like it, I was like, I got way too close to that algorithm.
No,
I didn't even really
that
try.
means you're winning. That
Oh,
means
yeah,
you're
that's
winning.
right. Oh, that was funny.
Yeah,
was
I was like,
funny.
holy shit.
Yeah. And the person just popped up because, oh, shit, that's right.
Felt
we
like
had-
we were playing with a Ouija board and contacted a
Oh
spirit, and
my
we're like, well,
God.
don't do that anymore.
Well, that's the origin story for the haunting of the room, because that
Oh.
was weeks before the
The-
party streamer theory.
Can you imagine how awful that would be to not only be haunted, but be haunted by a delusional right-wing ghost?
I have an idea for us. Why don't we have right wing night and we just all put on be a right wing character and see what
Oh, I'd
comes
love
up
it.
into our
I can do
chat?
Easily done.
Yeah.
Easily done.
Yeah, we just have to, get a little script for ourselves during the week and figure out what we're going to talk about, and then put the title as, Trump something. We love Trump, or love who could we love?
Trump 2024.
We could love I don't know. But I think that would be fun. Play acting, right wingers.
Yes.
Yeah, like
Yes.
just,
Put your
you know,
stupid
this
hat on.
show's dedicated to Ronald Reagan,
I'll be the climate denier.
the best president
Yes.
since Ronald Reagan.
We should
I'll-
all be whatever
Something.
we consider the opposite of ourselves
Right.
to be.
I'll be the denier, and
Yep.
because I got all their talking points.
Oh,
I'll just
and Matt-
constantly be
yeah.
discouraging change of any sort or
Okay.
taking action.
How about you, Andrea?
I'll be highly motivated, happy to be here.
You gotta show up
So
in like
on
a
and so
pantsuit
forth.
or like a,
no, just
like the
uh,
80s
She's
shoulders.
no, she's got to look like what she's got to dress up like Mar.
Andrea should wear a beanie. She should be
Yeah,
wearing
Bonnie
the
from
Tim
Die Hard.
Pool beanie. Yeah.
Oh my
I could
god.
do that.
Oh, I think
I'm
this
just
would be
imagining
fun.
For some reason 80s businesswoman.
Andrea,
Big hair.
Jake shows
she
up
could
in
get
a
away.
t-shirt.
She could do it. Tease it up. She could do it. God, I
Actually,
wish I could get over there and do it. I want to.
Jake would be like the coked up flannel Donald Trump
And
Jr.
everything.
Oh god.
Yeah, look at it. Andrea, I can transform you into a Mar-a-Lago bitch.
I don't need any transformations. Thank you. I like my current form.
I love your current form.
You know what I think the opposite of the letter hack is? PBD. That Patrick Bet David guy who does his show out of a vault.
What's he always saying
I
to
don't know
people?
that
He's like,
guy.
are you checking your results? Are
I
you
don't
worried
know
about
that guy.
results? Are you counting on, do you measure results? Or what does he
Shit.
say? He always says something like, such a
That
tool.
sounds like the sort of thing he would say,
Did
yeah.
this just came back up recently, but apparently it's several months old. I think the Humanist Report was commenting on it. He was saying, he was trying to make the argument for how you could turn somebody gay. And he was talking to a fellow realtor, and he goes, so let me put it this way. You didn't always do real estate. And the guy's like, no. He's like, somebody taught you how to do it, right? And he goes, yeah. And he's like, and now
Oh.
you're a realtor. And it's like, that's not how gay works,
What
my
a
man.
douchebag! Oh my god, I can't
That's
stand.
what
If
it.
I could just figure out how buggering fellas worked, I'd
He's
be
like-
all in. but
like-
it's too complicated.
You didn't want to do real estate. You didn't know about real estate.
Oh my
you weren't
God.
doing real estate. Somebody said something to you. You were interested. You said, "Tell me more." They taught you about it. You trained on it, and now you're doing it full time, and you're good at it.
Suddenly you're
It's
at a
like, are
truck
you
stop
Yeah.
at midnight selling property.
Yeah.
like, yeah, like, oh yeah, that's how it
That's
works.
funny.
I didn't know anything about gay. Somebody
Oh,
explained it to me.
Jake.
I was immediately
Quick,
gay. It's
quick.
just oh, God,
Immediately
it's just
gay.
so
Oh Lord.
okay.
but-
This is the thing we talked about this last week with Terrence Howard's math. Remember this? If you think you have this unique idea, and you're pretty sure like you came up with this and no one else ever has, fucking Google it and make sure before you start
Yeah.
saying that shit out loud. It's that easy. And you'll see that it's been debunked or people have already thought it through. There's no way in hell you had an idea that was exclusive to your brain. There's no way at this point in time anybody's doing that.
I
Everybody's
disagree.
doing
There's
I
no
can
way.
come up with something.
I
On
know
what?
she could.
All
I
right.
Go
think
for
you
it.
could, Andrea.
Go. Hit go.
Give me a subject. Give me a genre.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You give me the subject where you think that could happen.
Well, I mean, there's unproven mathematical theories, so we could go in there.
Oh, let's go simpler.
Yeah.
He
because
said-
I won't even understand movie plot.
He said
Movie plots never happen.
zero.
Movie plots that never happened. Oh, that's easy. Okay. So there was a robot, triangle, and it's 2D. There's no third dimension, right? And it's truly 2D. It's not like three dimensions, but it's paper thin. It's truly two-dimensional, trans-dimensional being. That's a robot triangle, and this robot triangle turns human beings into other robot triangles, and then harvests the parts of the humans turned robot triangles and uses them to build a jungle gym.
All right, she's free associating here.
This never heard of this. Right?
Okay, here's the robot triangle Google search.
My
Yeah, but that's
Yeah, I
that's
was-
3D. It's not 2D.
I'm just saying.
Mm.
Now
No.
you have to look into robot triangle. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Just Google
and I
it.
can see that there's no movie about robot triangles. So
Spend an
there you go.
afternoon.
Although
that-
for
or
the
probably
record,
is.
there is a video game about it called Video Ball. But we said
Close
movies.
enough. Close
We
enough.
said movies.
still,
Close enough.
If
All
you,
right,
by the
so-
way, folks, if you haven't played Video Ball, play Video Ball, made by a team of developers that includes Mike Kerwin, the finest video game developer of all time, and a childhood friend.
Oh, I
Is
thought
this
Andrea
real?
was.
Yeah,
He's real. He's
Mike
giving-
Kerwin. I'm pretty
he's
sure he's real.
giving a
80%
shout
sure.
out.
okay.
A solid 72% sure.
I
he-
wasn't
he's
sure if that
real.
was a joke or not. but
Oh yeah,
if it's
I'm
real-
I'm easily 60% sure that I met this guy and he existed.
He existed.
Interesting.
50-50.
Well,
They
my chat
want us
thinks
to
I should
think-
be Marjorie Taylor Greene. I should
Oh,
do
wait,
MTG.
what now?
Wow.
I should do MTG.
Oh yeah. All right, I could see that.
God, that would take some practice.
John Wayne movies make people straight. That is funny as shit.
Public utility. I give a shout out to public utility.
Guys, it's
yeah.
11:43 p.m. on the East Coast. How's
It
everyone
went
doing?
fast. I'm doing all right. My neck is starting to hurt,
does
but
it
I'm
look
doing
like I'm
good.
doing?
I'm doing good. I'm
Doing good.
I do
doing
feel like
good.
at any
doing
moment
good.
I
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because Jake's got to get up at 10
Yeah,
a.m.
You
tomorrow.
get
So
at 10 a.m.
I don't know.
Oh my
I
God,
don't know.
10 a.m. I get up every morning since the time change. The sun comes in my room. I'm up at 6:30 like a farmer. I got farmer
I hate
hours.
when the sun comes and you're like,
I can't
you know?
go back to sleep, so I start working like farmers. Go
I once
outside.
woke up because the sun like hit my eyelid or something, and
It
like,
hit your eyelid. The sun.
well,
ray.
it pierced through the window and the little
Yeah.
sliver in the curtain, and like, I had just moved into this location, so I didn't know where the sun was.
Ah.
And it like got right into my eyeball, and I remember waking up and it's like I couldn't fucking see anything for like
Wow.
it
That
hurt.
is a
Yeah.
that is a serious thing, especially the sun now is strong. Strong. Well, it was hot. Last week we had a heat wave. Now it's freezing. You can't know what to know, but it was hot, so I had the curtains open and the window open, So when I woke up in the morning, I wake up, phew, it's early, which I'm not complaining, and it stays dark till after 9. I love it. I was out this weekend driving home from my friend's camp up in the hills around here, and I left and I was on the dirt roads, and it was 9 o'clock and it was still light. It was great. I loved it because I take these dirt back roads.
I got a universal remote that I can close the blinds,
Oh, you
change
have
channels
that?
on the
Really?
TV,
Horseshit.
adjust the temperature.
Horseshit.
Like you make fun of my
A
little remote for
universal
my
remote, and
yeah.
I messed with it for a few minutes, and I was like, "Wow, this changes everything."
That's horseshit. I want to turn my own TV channels.
Are you not?
No, he's talking about it opens he's got the
The curtains
he's
with
got
the
a
electronic curtains. Nah,
yeah, he's got
bullshit.
the house.
No,
electron-
that was a dad joke, and
Yeah,
it just went.
ba-doom,
I
boom.
said, "This changes everything." It just
Everything.
went
Oh,
right
it
over your
changes
fucking.
everything.
What does that
Ba-doom,
mean? It
boom.
changes everything?
We're still stuck on it
Does it
opens
change
the
your
shades.
fucking microwave? Can you fucking set your microwave with this remote? I don't think so. It doesn't change everything.
No, I actually have like 3 remotes just for my TV. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have
Jeez.
a universal remote.
I have
This
a
changes
galactic
everything.
remote.
Oh,
I couldn't afford the universal remote. It was too expensive, so I had to settle.
galactic.
No, I just pull up the shades. Open the window. Open the windows.
I'm gonna go to bed now. So thank you for the show. And
We
I had a
love
good
you.
time talking with everybody, and I will see you
Friday
after
morning.
I grow to 28 years of age.
Yes, but
Uh,
Friday, Andrea has a
good
show
luck.
on Friday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern, correct?
I will hopefully have a show.
Okay, that's a shout out. We have to let everybody know.
Yeah.
It's a
All
great
right.
way to have your coffee in the morning on a Friday, or if you're outside, headset, doing things, listening to Andrea's.
What are you doing next week or this week? It's Sandy.
Oh, me? I've got on Friday. Let me see if I have her.
I'm doing a show Monday night, and then I'm doing a podcast for the Hellboy or for book club member comics Tuesday morning. I'm doing movie night
looking for her.
extravaganza Tuesday night.
Go, you're busy. I've got Dr. Jane Van Dees on. She's assistant professor of obstetrics and gynecology at Rochester. She's not far from me, but she's a big climate person. She does climate crisis and women's health. It's really going to be an
Climate.
interesting
Ooh.
climate crisis and women's health because we're both concerned about what's going to happen in the future with this Project 2025 shit, the climate crisis. I'm surprised you haven't seen her on Twitter X because she's in the community that I'm in. Jane Van Dees. She's always putting up.
Sounds familiar, yeah.
Yeah, you probably have. She's lovely and she's definitely going to be a good guest.
Well, I was going to do a silly dad joke about jump rope, but I think I'll skip it.